I see that this DM is in vanish mode. Talking about you fine.
How did you even see that? Did you go?
I did. I can go to his page and see when he was in Atlanta and when he was hitting you.
You can never break me. Ever. I'm trying to get some money.
You.
No, you.
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 I'm done with you. You dead to me. Divorce.
Get the papers. I'm gonna take the high road like I should have done a long time ago.
The air in Atlanta felt heavy and warm that evening, as the city's rhythm pulsed steadily beneath the calm exterior. For Kendra, that night was supposed to be just like any other, an evening spent in the comfort of her home, making dinner and settling into the peaceful routine of married life. She had no idea that everything was about to change. Kendra and Joc's marriage had faced its fair share of challenges, like most relationships. They had been through tough times, but always managed to make it through. Recently, however, something had shifted between them. It was hard to pinpoint exactly what it was, but both of them felt it. The closeness they once shared had started to fade, and in its place was a quiet distance that seemed to grow with every day. Yet, Kendra held onto hope. She believed that their love could overcome whatever was slowly pulling them apart. Little did she know, Joc wasn't seeing things the same way. It started innocently. Kendra left her phone on the kitchen counter while she went to prepare dinner. Joc, who had always trusted her without question, found himself glancing at the phone. He wasn't the type to snoop through her personal belongings, but lately, he had been feeling uneasy. There were whispers of doubt in his mind that he couldn't shake, a sense that Kendra had been pulling away from him. A glance at her phone, he thought, might give him the answers he was looking for. Although he knew that checking her phone would break the trust between them, something pushed him to do it anyway. Kendra never locked her phone, so he didn't need a passcode. His hands were a bit unsteady as he unlocked it, and as he looked at the screen, his stomach dropped. What he saw wasn't just casual messages, it was something much deeper. The texts weren't about everyday life or work. They were personal, intimate, filled with flirtation and coded promises. The more Joc read, the more his heart sank. These weren't the kinds of conversations you have with a friend or colleague. They were full of longing, hidden confessions, and emotions that went beyond anything Joc could have ever imagined. This was not the kind of connection you share when you're in a committed relationship. Kendra had been hiding something from him, something that felt like a betrayal of everything they had built together. Joc felt his anger rise. His chest tightened, and his hands shook as he read the messages over and over again. The person on the other end of the texts wasn't just anyone. It was an ex from Kendra's past, someone she had once been close to.
Nice, I like this spot.
Me too.
Energy good crowd. So what's really going on with you and Mario?
You know, it's business. You know, I don't want you to, be feeling no kind of way. Like, I'm honest, I'm faithful, and I feel like,
You don't want me to feel no kind of way, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I was dealing with a woman who was sending me hard eyes in my DM, talking about I'm fine, talking about I'm sexy.
But I never replied back to any of those. I didn't even
Nah,
see
you
that.
replied after that. You definitely saw it.
I sell title
you want
insurance.
Me, I don't give a fuck
Sell
about
title
title
insurance.
You want me to be cool with you
Not-
continuing to do business with love?
You the one out
Look.
here. That's why you
No.
feeling so
Let me tell you
weird
something.
about it,
Let me tell you
because you probably
Let me tell you
insecure.
Don't try to twist this up and point the fingers at me. I saw the receipts. And if you want to sit here and play these mind tricks with me, I'm gonna really feel like it's more to this, and I ain't with it. I see that this DM is in vanish mode. Talking about you fine.
How did you even see that? Did you go?
I did. I can go to his page and see when he was in Atlanta and when he was hitting you.
I'm not gonna play with you like that. If you want to play kid games, I'll be out. Go play with your kids. Go play with your baby mamas. Don't play with me. I'm talking about this specific
Time out, because I'm
situation.
gonna break you the now.
You can never break me. Ever. I'm trying to get some money.
Well, go get some money with somebody else who ain't trying to
You can never break me. Ever.
you.
No, you.
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 I'm done with you. You dead to me. Divorce.
Get the papers. I'm gonna take the high road like I should have done a long time ago. Good riddance.
This wasn't some random person. No. This man had a significant place in Kendra's heart, and that connection had never fully gone away. It had resurfaced in their messages, and it was clear that something had been going on between them for some time. This wasn't just a one-time mistake. It was an emotional affair. Joc's anger bubbled to the surface, overwhelming him. His entire world felt like it was falling apart. All the love and trust he had given to their marriage now seemed meaningless. He could feel the heat rise in his chest, and his thoughts were clouded with rage. His vision blurred as he read the messages again, each word cutting deeper than the last. There was no denying it now, he had been betrayed. When Kendra returned to the living room, she immediately sensed the tension. Joc stood there, phone in hand, his face pale and filled with shock and anger. It didn't take long for her to realize what had happened. The look in his eyes, cold and accusing, told her everything. He had seen the messages. Before she could say a word, Joc's voice broke the silence. "What is this?" he asked, his voice low and filled with quiet fury. Kendra's throat went dry. She had hoped to keep this part of her life hidden, to protect the fragile bond she shared with Joc. But now, everything was laid bare. The messages, the flirtation, the secret connection, it was all there, staring them both in the face. "I can explain," Kendra whispered, her voice trembling. But Joc didn't want an explanation. He wanted the truth, and that truth was too painful to bear. "You think you can just hide this from me?" he snapped, his voice rising with a mix of hurt and rage. "This is what you've been doing behind my back?" He gestured to the phone in his hand, as if it itself was a proof of the betrayal. The pain in his eyes was more than Kendra had ever expected. She had never wanted to hurt him. She never thought her actions would cause this much damage, but now it was too late. There was no going back. "I didn't mean for this to happen," Kendra tried to explain, but her words felt weak, powerless against the storm of emotions Joc was unleashing. "No," Joc said bitterly, his hands clenching into fists. "You didn't mean for it to happen, but it did. And now everything we had, it's all a lie." The words hit Kendra like a slap to the face. The weight of his accusation crushed her chest, suffocating her. She wanted to apologize, to make things right. But deep down, she knew that nothing she said could fix what she had broken. She had betrayed his trust, and trust, once shattered, is incredibly hard to rebuild. "You think this is some kind of joke?" Joc continued, pacing now, his anger taking over completely. "I trusted you. I loved you. And this is what you do? You've broken everything, Kendra. You've broken me." Kendra reached out to him, but he pulled away. His body was rigid with pain, his eyes no longer full of love, but filled with disdain and betrayal. "Maybe this marriage was never real," he muttered, his voice barely above a whisper. "Maybe I was just a fool." With those words, he walked out the door, leaving Kendra standing alone in the middle of the room. The weight of her choices settled on her shoulders, heavy and suffocating. The door slammed shut behind him, and Kendra collapsed onto the couch, tears streaming down her face. She had lost him. There was no way to undo what had happened. The secrets, the lies, they had destroyed everything. Joc walked into the night, his heart twisted with pain and betrayal. He couldn't go back, not after this. The love they had once shared, the foundation they had built together, was shattered. The trust that had held them together was gone, and the truth, now exposed, would leave scars too deep to heal. As the night stretched on, the house remained silent, the emptiness echoing the emptiness in both of their hearts.
I see that this DM is in vanish mode. Talking about you fine.
How did you even see that? Did you go?
I did. I can go to his page and see when he was in Atlanta and when he was hitting you.
You can never break me. Ever. I'm trying to get some money.
You.
No, you.
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 I'm done with you. You're dead to me. Divorce.
Get the papers. I'm I'ma take the high road like I should have done a long time ago.